Peace, everyone. This is Brother Shakem outside here with Brother Johnson. You know, we just had an issue. I'm gonna let everybody come in so we can have a good understanding of what's going on. But you know, we have a lot of corruption going on. These politicians in the city have been utilizing and playing with the black vote. They have for forever, you know, acted in ways that have been corrupt. So these are some of the things that have appeared in the transcript of one of the most notorious and crooked politicians here in Charleston, South Carolina. So we have what he said. Everything that he said, we got it on signs because we want to educate the people on actually what is being said, and we want to show you how these people who you elect locally turn around, say things behind closed doors, and they make it appear as if they are on your side, but we know that they have an ulterior motive. And as long as we stand by and do nothing, then these people will never be held accountable for their actions. Right. So we're going to go ahead and look. So here, Elliot Summy, he said 43% of African Americans are going to vote for you. Don't even worry about them. Don't even concentrate on them. That vote will be there. Focus on the whites. Now, for a local politician to say something like that, that's very important. So what he's saying is that, you know, you don't have to worry about what the blacks are going to do. Let's fight for the whites, because in this city, 43% of African Americans are just going to vote for you automatically. On who controls the sheriff departments. He said, those deputies, the sheriffs, work for me. They don't work for her. Anna Johnson. This is a sister who works hard for our black people. So he just got on. Now, everything that you seeing, we got this on tape. Now, one of the brothers also, Teddy Pryor, Elliot Summy said, he is a hypocrite. He is too far up my daddy's tail to know what's going on. So now what he's doing is he's playing both sides of the fence. So the people who he's been smiling up with, he's secretly and covertly stabbing them in the back. So we see that. Another thing, he said the reason why she, sister who's another county councilman, he said the reason why she wins is because the district is drawn as an African American district. They're going to pull the master level, Bo. Be damned the party. South Carolina politics is about race. It is the way it is. So what he's even telling you is that he knows and understands that politics is about race. Huh? So these are the words that's coming out of Elliot Summy's mouth. He's going to be here shortly. So what we want to do is we want to confront Elliot Summy on the statements that he made. We understand that Elliot Summy is a tyrant. We know that he needs to be held accountable. We know that. This is what he said about the young lady, Anna Johnson. She is ignorant. If you can't understand, then don't be here. Shut up. Huh? These are the things that he's saying. So what he's doing is he is manipulating the black vote. All in the open, he's acting like he's a champion for black people. He's acting as if he's the friend of black people. He's been acting as if he is one who is an advocate for the black cause, because he knows that he must get the black vote. So all in your face, he's smiling and he's shaking your hands and throwing fish fries and doing everything that he can to get in office. But now this tape has been released and we got the transcripts, and it's showing that Elliot Summy for so long has been a wolf in sheep's clothing. So what we want to do is we want to expose him to make sure that everybody knows what's going on. That's why it's important for us as black people to stick together. As black people, we must stick together. If we don't stick together as black people, then these things will continue to happen. This is nothing new. He just got on tape. He just got caught on tape. So imagine what he said before he got caught. Just imagine the amount of lies. Imagine the amount of stories. Imagine that he's a county councilman here in Charleston, South Carolina. His name is Elliot Summy. He is a part of one of the most powerful and crooked, corrupt families in government in this city. They have actually mastered the political game down here in this city. He was caught on tape saying some evil and wicked things about blacks and the black vote. And for so many years, blacks have just automatically by default voted him in. So now that he's been exposed, what we're going to have to do is push the pedal to the metal so that we can educate our people on why it's important, you know, to stick together as far as blacks to make sure that these people who we are entrusting to make policies on our behalf, we have to hold them accountable, and we have to make sure that we start putting our own foot forward as far as candidates. So this is what he said. He said, I ran as a Democrat, won, and switched parties. I am an Elliot Summy party. So what he's telling you is that he ran as a Democrat, right? He knows that he's a Republican, but this is a black district. So what he did is he knows that he can manipulate the black vote by switching to a Democrat. He switched to he ran as a Democrat, then he switched parties to the Republican Party. Then he laughed and said that, hey, I am an Elliot Summy party. So now he's even said that he's his own party. This is the type of arrogance and ego that we're dealing with. These people are that arrogant to where they will believe that, you know, they can do whatever it is they want to do and not be held accountable. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make sure that Elliot Summy is held accountable for the things that he said. Many people who he's backed in public, he turned around and snaked them in private. So, you know, we're going to make sure that, wicked people are in high places. And the thing is, thank you, ma'am. Wicked people are in high places, but we got to make sure that we expose these wicked people in high places. And that's the problem. A lot of times we are afraid to expose wicked people in high places. You know, we talk down on our brothers and sisters all day. You know, we argue with our brothers and sisters all day. We fight our brothers and sisters all day. But when you have wicked individuals like this who are blatantly disrespecting, you know, everyone and people who've entrusted them with your vote, whenever these people do things that stab us in the back and slap us in the face, then we are unwilling to fight them. We are unwilling to stand up and speak out against them. And we know that there's always consequences for standing up against an enemy as wicked as him, because his family has been in power for years. His family actually, you know, his dad actually controls the police department. So, you know, individuals like me and Brother Johnson right here, we know that there always is backlash whenever you do things like that. But at this point, you know, I know you say, yeah, the dude, he is very dangerous. But, you know, this is what we signed up for. You know, the Nat Turner movie just came out. So a lot of us were talking about the Nat Turner movie and talking about how it should have been this or should have been that. But are we displaying the actions of Nat Turner? Are we going with the spirit of Nat Turner? Are we standing up like how he stood up against injustice? That's the questions we have to ask ourselves. So we're waiting to confront Elliot Summy. And it's very obvious that, you know, he's been playing with the people for so long. And we have to, at a certain point in time, we have to let it be known that we will not continue to allow these actions to move forward. A lot of people say, you know, well, I don't get involved politically. I don't get involved in local politics. But what happens is, by you not involving yourself, what happens is these hundreds of millions of dollars that these people sit on, they are able to take that money, and then they use it for their own individual gain. And then we wonder why the cycle of poverty continues to perpetuate itself. And that's because nobody is standing to hold these people accountable. So now you have a system to where not only is it wasn't designed for you, but now since you don't stop and say, hey, we're gonna, stop any sort of counterproduct, any sort of force that's trying to counter us, since you don't stand up and try to stop it, then that force is just gonna continue to grow. See, I got too much. Oh yeah, you got too much noise in your background. Don't worry about it. We here. We're gonna make sure that the words of Elliot Summy, ring out. We're gonna make sure, as they walk up, we're gonna let people know that he has to be held accountable for his words and his actions. We gotta definitely let the black community know that we need to take a stand. We gotta take a stand. Then the bad thing about it is, he said all of these things, blatantly disrespected the black community, but nobody told him that he wanted to step down. So what we got to do is we got to have some sort of action set up to where he knows that we about business. So, it's a lot of organizing that needs to take place. Not only organizing, we need to let them know that we are not afraid of the political power that runs this city. We will let them know that we will stand against you. We stand on the side of justice. We stand on the right of equality. We stand on the right of freedom. We stand on the side of our people. We cannot allow crooked and corrupt politicians to continue the level of tyranny that they're continuing. No matter if you're the police chief, no matter if you're the mayor, no matter if you're the city council chairman or the county council chairman, we have to let it be known that we will stand up and we will not be scared of any sort of opposition that faces us. We can't. So it doesn't matter if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 of us. It's got to start somewhere. If it's 2 or 3 of you, stand up. Never be scared to stand up in your city. Never be scared to stand up in your city. It doesn't matter. A lot of people say, well, this is where I live. It doesn't matter. If you live here, so what? We got to live here. We got to eat here. We got to sleep here. So we want to make sure that our people can have a safe space, and we got to be champions for our people. And that's what we intend to do. We intend to be champions for our people. These comments that he said is very disturbing. Very disturbing. So, we going to take a stand. And like I said, we not going to run away from any sort of threat of retribution. We're not scared of retribution. None of that. So we just gonna, where is this? I'm in Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah, so we waiting to confront these corrupted officials. Like I said, we'll take off on our brothers and sisters on Facebook. We call each other chump, tell each other, wait till you come to my city. I'm gonna do this to you. I'm gonna do that to you. We threaten each other all day with these bogus cyber attacks. We continually do that to each other. And now it's time to put our money where your mouth is. And these statements that were made, he has to be held accountable. So we waiting right now. Yeah, good. Take a look at him. Take a look at him.